Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 32 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 36 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 33 and minimum 22 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
It's been a couple of very good weeks for the market. We've pulled back very smartly from the recent lows. Is it a counter trend, a relief kind of a rally, or do you think it's backed by solid earnings fundamentals?
So thanks, Udayan. Thanks for having me on the show. Yes, I think after a very tough Feb and March, I think April has turned out to be reasonably good. I think it's a combination of both, but I would think the big relief.
Those are the pictures that are coming in. The first pictures on India Today of that army chopper which crashed in Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir. This chopper that belonged to the Indian Army crashed in a village in Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir. At least 3 persons were said to be on board this ill-fated chopper. But the update which is coming in right now from sources within the army officials telling India Today that one army ALH Dhruv helicopter crashed near Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir. The pilots have suffered injuries but are safe. That is what the army is confirming, that the pilots of this aircraft, there were 2 pilots, we believe, who were on this aircraft, on this chopper, I beg your pardon, who in fact have suffered injuries because of the crash but are safe, is what the army is saying at the moment. Those first images of that chopper crash in Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir, you can see that the local residents and villagers in the area seem to have rushed to the site immediately. They seem to be the first responders at the site, but the army there confirming the news that the pilots have suffered injuries but are safe. This was an Army ALH Dhruv helicopter which crashed near Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir. More details, of course, are awaited. The Indian Army is, in fact, gathering more details from the location as we speak. But those pictures, as you can see, of the crash which took place in Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir. But the Army, fortunately, has confirmed the news that the pilots of this chopper are safe. They have suffered injuries because of the crash. What led to the crash, of course, will be a matter of investigation that the Indian Army will conduct, but they're confirming the news, the fortunate news, that the pilots are safe. They've suffered injuries, but they're said to be safe at the moment. You can see those pictures that are emerging These are just the first pictures that are coming in at the moment. The crash just took place a short while ago, and you can see that the local residents, villagers in the area, in the adjoining areas, seem to have reached the spot, rushed to the spot to the rescue of the occupants of that chopper immediately. And it's possible that because of those first responders, the pilots may have been, in fact, extricated from that chopper, the mangled chopper, as you can see over there, completely broken down as a result of that crash, which in fact took place in Kishtwar. They probably were able to immediately respond to the situation. The locals who reached the area, the site of the crash, and probably were able to bring out the pilots of the chopper immediately and take them to safety before any sort of tragedy took place. The Indian Army there confirming now officially that the pilots of the chopper are safe. They've suffered and sustained injuries, but they are safe as we speak. My colleague Abhishek Bhalla is joining me from the newsroom. Abhishek, what are the details that your sources within the army are sharing?
Well, Paulami, very sketchy details as of now. We have a confirmation that there has been a crash in the Kishtwar region, and it was the locals who raised an alarm when this crash took place. Most of the area here is densely forested. There is also a civilian population around these places, and that's when the alarm was raised. It's an advanced light helicopter, Dhruv, of the Indian Army, which is used extensively by the forces in these areas. It's still not clear how many people were on board. There have been injuries to those on board, but still not confirmed as to how many were on board and what the status of their injuries is as of now.
Okay, but the army, of course, Bhala, they're confirming, Abhishek, that in fact the pilots are safe at the moment. They have sustained injuries, but the occupants of that chopper are safe.
Well, Paulami, they've certainly sustained injuries. Now, what is the extent of these injuries is still being ascertained. The initial teams are trying to ascertain what exactly has happened. The police is also on the spot giving out initial details. But at this point of time, it would be difficult for us to speculate and give out exact details of what the condition of those who are flying in this helicopter is. But yes, evacuation is at this point of time, and rescue operation at this point of time is the priority, and that's what the authorities are looking at.
Okay. Abhishek, have they been able to, of course, take the pilots out and immediately rush them for medical attention at the moment as far as this chopper wreckage is concerned?
Well, rescue is going on, and every time there is a crash such as this, obviously the priority is at that point of time to ensure that the rescue happens in time, and those with injuries can be taken for medical aid. Now, there have been a series of crashes of late involving helicopters, especially the ALH. There was one in Kochi in March, if I can recall correctly, where a crash had taken place. A little earlier, it was the armed version, the Rudra, that had crashed in Arunachal. There were casualties at that point of time. So the authorities are looking at this as well. What causes these crashes, and whether there are technical snags in the helicopter that has resulted in these crashes, or whether it was some kind of a human error.
Okay, so that is, of course, a matter of investigation at the moment. Abhishek Bhalla, stay on with us. Sunilji Bhatt is also joining us at the moment. Sunilji, if you can tell us what you're learning from your sources on the ground in Kishtwar at the moment.
Well, Paulami, our sources have confirmed that it was an Indian Army chopper, Dhruv helicopter, and it crashed in Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir What was the reason behind this crash is yet to be ascertained. And as Abhishek was saying, that right now the priority for the army and the administration is to ensure that those who have been, injured are rescued and are taken to the hospital for treatment. So far, we have learned that 2 to 3 people were on board. What is their exact status is yet to be known because there has not been any official statement from the army yet. So we are awaiting an official statement from the army. But it's a tragic incident that has taken place. And Polemy, as Abhishek was saying, that in the recent past there have been many such incidents where chopper crashes have taken place. Inclement weather could be also reason behind today's crash because it has been raining here in Jammu and Kashmir for last 2 3 days. So whether that was the reason, it's yet to be known. But right now, the priority for the administration and as well as for the army is to ensure that people who are on board are rescued and they are taken to hospital for treatment. We don't know the exact identity of those who were on board and their status of their injuries. So we will have to wait for an official statement. Details are very sketchy right now since it's a very far-flung area. That too in a district like Kishtwar, which is a hill district. So it will take some time before more details emerge in this particular case. But what we have learned from our sources that the moment this crash took place, there were locals who, immediately rushed to that spot, and they are trying their best to, rescue those who are there, in that crash chopper. If there are survivors, and hopefully we hope that those who are on board survive. But an official statement is awaited as far as this particular crash is concerned. Follow me.
Okay. Sunilji, also can you describe for the benefit of our viewers the area where this crash took place?
Well, Polemy, this is an area, which is surrounded by dense forest and huge mountains. And as far as this particular spot is concerned, there is no road connectivity to this particular spot. So you can understand that it's going to take time for the authorities to, give out more details in this particular crash. There are reports that this chopper, took off from Udhampur earlier this morning. However, it's yet to be confirmed by the army. So we are talking to our forces in the army. They are themselves gathering the information about this particular incident. So far, the administration has rushed some teams to this particular spot, and the priority is to take the injured to the nearby health facility as soon as possible. Follow me.
Okay, Sunilji, of course, they're telling us what his local sources are telling him at the moment. In terms of rescue operations, Abhishek, what can you tell us? What's going on the ground at the moment? What are your sources within the Indian Army telling you?
Well, Polemy, as far as the rescue is concerned, it's being carried out both by civilian authorities and obviously the army will be involved because it's an accident, it's a crash that involves their own helicopter. But in instances like this, where the spot is a remote area, reaching there is not easy, the first responder in most of these cases is actually the civilian authorities, and at this point of time, be it the local police or other civil administration officials, they are taking stock of the situation, ensuring that the rescue happens swiftly and those wounded can be given medical attention. One big challenge every time such a crash takes place is the terrain. These places are cut off from the mainland, if we can say so. The access to these places is extremely difficult, as visuals here show. There is some kind of a water body where the helicopter has crashed. So that's always a challenge. Access to these points is a challenge. Roads are not in a very good condition. Thickly forested areas, dense forest, mountainous regions. So those challenges always come in the way of rescue operations.
Okay, so there will of course be challenges on the ground. The local police, we believe, Sunilji, has also reached the spot in order to aid the rescue operations, though you said that it could possibly take some time for more aid to reach the spot, given that it is a very difficult terrain and there is no road as such which leads to the area where this crash has taken place.
Absolutely, Paulmi. I spoke to some locals there. They said that there is no road connectivity as far as this particular place is concerned where this crash took place. So it's going to take some time before the teams arrive there. But our sources have confirmed that there are some local people and officials associated with some local authorities. They are there, and locals are also there because the moment this crash took place, the locals who were there, they immediately rushed to that spot and they are trying to rescue people, but we are yet to get information about this rescue operation because this area is located, in dense forest area, and it's very difficult for advanced teams to reach this particular spot. So we will have to wait for some time before more information comes as far as this particular incident is concerned.
Okay. Abhishek, do we know anything as of yet as to why this crash took place? What happened?
Well, there could be many reasons, Paulami. One could be the weather. It's been raining in the area, and visibility sometimes is a problem. As I said, that these are thickly forested areas, and if the weather gets bad, it can be challenging, especially when there is dense forest around. So that could be one of the reasons. The other, of course, could be a technical snag within the machine, but all this is a matter of investigation. It's not something that can be pinpointed at this point of time. The standard operating procedure for these investigations is that there's a court of inquiry that is ordered immediately after such instances. The authorities who are carrying out the court of inquiry visit the spot. They look at all technical aspects associated with the crash, and that's when a comprehensive report is filed, which can pinpoint what the exact reason, cause of such crashes is.
Okay, but is there any confirmation as to how many people were on board the chopper?
I'm afraid, Paulami, there isn't any confirmation how many people were on board. What we've heard is that the pilots are safe, but obviously when a crash like this has taken place, there will be serious injuries, and we can say that yes, those on board have sustained injuries, and at this point of time, the priority is relief, rescue, and ensuring medical aid to those injured.
Right. Abhishek, stay on with us. Former Air Vice Marshal Manmohan Bahadur is joining us over the phone line. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to India Today. Some very unfortunate news that's coming in from Kishtwar district in Jammu and Kashmir, where an Army ALH Dhruv helicopter has crashed. Very sketchy details at the moment, sir. We don't know how many persons were on board the aircraft. We are only told by the Army that the pilots who sustained injuries are safe.
Pallavi, I just heard the news myself and read it on the media. This is indeed very sad, and I really don't know what to say at this stage because, as your correspondent rightly said, it is very early news, and one can only hope that the crew and if there were any passengers, they are safe. That's all one can say at this stage, and I don't think it would be right to conjecture what could have happened.
Okay. So also, you're saying, of course, it won't help to conjecture what could have happened, but there could be multiple reasons. If you could give us a sense of the lay of the land. This, of course, my colleague was pointing out from Jammu and Kashmir, is a very densely forested area. Road connectivity is lacking in the area where we're talking about.
The reports say that it's happened in Kishtwar area. So yes, Kishtwar, the valleys are deep, heavily forested, and once again it depends whether the valley has any roads or not at that where the accident has happened. So having flown extensively in that area, what generally one can say is that Kishtwar is heavily forested and with hills, which makes rescue that much more challenging. But I'm sure the helicopters would have got airborne from Udhampur and from Jammu or from wherever they are nearby available to go to that area and look for survivors.
Right. Abhishek, my colleague, sir, he's also joining us live at the moment. Abhishek, you were, of course, mentioning, and you could possibly take that question with former Air Vice Marshal Manmohan Bahadur. You were mentioning that there have been some incidents in the past which involve ALHs.
That's right. And in fact, the Navy had grounded their fleet after the last crash that took place in Kochi. AVM Manmohan Bahadur, sir, can you give us an insight into why such crashes have taken place? Is there a big concern about these crashes specifically involving the ALH helicopters? And that's exactly what prompted the Navy to ground their fleet?
It was not just the Navy. It was grounded all across the Air Force, the Army, the civil side, Coast Guard, and checks were carried out. And what I understand is that after the checks, the aircraft have got airborne, have been cleared. And when these checks are done, especially after it was a tri-service court of inquiry which the Navy held, so that's a very deep inquiry. So they would have found out what was the reason, if any, and come up with remedial measures. The fact that this accident has happened now, I request that no conjecture be done and be related with earlier accidents, because it could be anything. It is too early to say, and it is not really right to sort of point a finger at the fleet or at the machine. So let's wait.
That's right, sir. We've not been speculating ourselves. In fact, we are staying away from any kind of conjecturing, any kind of speculation. A rather unfortunate incident, once again, that has happened. And we've been telling our viewers that very sketchy details have come in till now. All authorities looking at various, angles. Sir, can you just give us an insight into what the standard operating procedures are when a crash like this takes place? What are the priorities for authorities on the ground?
When the aircraft gets airborne, he has filed a flight plan. So his estimated time of arrival, the ETAs are known at various helipads. That is, if he was doing this hopping flight. We don't know what a flight plan is, but there would be an ETA known. So there are two ways. One is if people on the ground have seen the accident and they report it through the police or the civil administration, or if the pilot has given an emergency call, a mayday call, that's picked up. And thirdly, if he's overdue, if the pilot had given a particular ETA and he doesn't get in contact with any of the air traffic services, then overdue action is taken. So we have to, I really don't know how this particular accident was discovered, but this is the SOP. And once an overdue action is initiated, then there are absolute SOP, which is the SAR aircraft, the search and rescue aircraft, helicopters take off and go to the last known position of the helicopter. If they find a crowd of people, they actually, if there's a place to land, they ask if they have seen a helicopter flying there. And then they...
Right. That was, of course, former Air Vice Marshal Manmohan Bahadur speaking exclusively to India Today. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Also, thank you to my colleague Abhishek Bhalla and Sunilji Bhatt, in fact, who brought us all the latest details that are available as far as this very tragic crash in Kishtwar district is concerned. We're slipping into a very short break. Stay tuned. News and updates will continue on the other side of this break.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Okay, we're cutting across, in fact, to the inauguration of the BRS party's office in Delhi. KCR's mission, Delhi BRS chief is to inaugurate its grand central office building in Delhi today. A grand puja currently is underway at the premises, which is located at Basant Vihar in Delhi, where this puja is taking place. The Chief Minister of Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who will be inaugurating this party office, is already on his way. This inauguration expected at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Milan is joining us over the phone line. This, of course, is a mega gesture by the BRS, Milan, to, of course, suggest that the party, of course, has national ambitions. A very grand office which the party has built at Basant Vihar.
Well, absolutely. Grand is not just the word, Pallavi, because this entire party office by BRS is being called the BRS Bhavan and is being built with 4 floors and an area of at least 11,000 square foot. And the lower ground will also have a media hall and servant quarters. There'll be a canteen, a reception and a lobby as well. And chambers for the general secretaries are also being built on the ground floor. Of course, the President KCR's chamber and other chambers are also going to be established on the first floor. And 20 rooms and other are available on the other floors as well, and areas for the working presidents. So certainly, BRS's presence in Delhi is being cemented at the moment by this grand office inauguration that KCR himself is going to be doing in just a short while from now. And of course, all the dignitaries there will be present at the BRS office's inauguration. And let me also tell you that every aspect of this particular office, as what we are being told by the party, has also been done according to Vastu Shastra elements that have been thought out after, the entire office has been built.
Okay, Milan, thank you so much for bringing us all of those updates.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart lights.
News coming in right now. Celebratory firing after BJP ticket. BJP candidate's son fires in the air. Multiple bullets fired in the air as celebration. Celebration with gun and bullets in Karnataka. BJP's Babaleshwara candidate, in fact, Viju Gowda Patil's son Samarth Viju Gowda Patil, has fired multiple bullets celebrating after getting the BJP ticket on April 12-13. So that is a video from around April 12-13 when you can see, in fact, that the son of BJP's Babaleshwara candidate, Viju Gowda Patil's son, Samarth Viju Gowda Patil, fired multiple shots in the air in celebration after his father was given a BJP ticket. Nagarjun Dwarkanath is joining us live on this. Nagarjun, an absolutely shocking video that we're seeing. This from Vijayapura. Give us more details as to what happened.
In Bijapur, Babaleshwar constituency, the person who you see right now is the son of the BJP candidate, BJP MLA candidate from Babaleshwar constituency, Mr. Viju Gowda, and his son is seen holding a revolver pistol. And the moment the ticket was announced for his father, this is a celebratory firing is what we are told. The police has to yet to take cognizance. An FIR has to be registered. You can also see the videos where they're sitting in the trunk of the car with the guns in their hands and recording the videos. And now it's become viral in Karnataka about how celebratory firing is being used for the election also. This is not the first time that the family was in such news. Back 15 years or around 12 years back, his father, the Vijayagoda Patil, who we are speaking about, who is the candidate now in Bableshwar, had also done this back then, celebratory firing a decade back. Now his son started shooting bullets in the air to celebrate his father's candidature in Bableshwar as a BJP from the BJP party.
So is it likely that the BJP will take any action now that that video has emerged?
Well, we'll have to wait and watch, because firstly the police have to file an FIR. Either the election squad will have to do it because moral code of conduct had kicked in. The flying squad will have to put in complaint to the police, or if not, the police will have to take a sumo to cognizance of this and file an FIR. But the party has still not come out in the public or on record to comment on such issues. They are saying that whenever we reached out, that they're saying we are gathering more information, only then they would be able to react on it.
Okay, Nagarjun Dwarkanath, thank you so much for bringing us those details. Now, incumbent Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai to kickstart his own campaign. Bommai rallies in his turf Shigao. Chief Minister Bommai visits a dargah in Shigao. Bommai seeks a fourth term from the Shigao constituency in Karnataka. Basavaraj Bommai is in his turf today. He is campaigning in Shigao.
They entertained PFI. They gave a lot of help also through removing their cases. So PFI and SDPI are two faces of the same coin, and they have grown so much. Now Congress has taken open support of them, and SDPI and PFI are blackmailing them now. They are under the clutches of PFI SDPI. They are threatening that they'll withdraw the support if they don't ban Bajrang Dal. So the Congress party, now it is under the control of PFI and SDPI. So they are falling in their own trap. And Bajrang Dal, they are equating with PFI. PFI is a known banned organization. It's an anti-national organization, pro-terrorist organization. How can you compare Bajrang Dal with that?
They are saying Bajrang Dal is a radical organization, and any sort of radical organization should be banned.
No question of radical. If they might have different ideologies. Now that lot of institutions are there, where different ideologies are there. And in both in minority and majority communities, a lot of institutions are there. But indulging in terrorist activity, in bomb attacks, and having connection with international ISI, these kind of things can't equate with the other organizations. This is where Congress is doing mistake.
Sir, and they've even attacked you and Amit Shah personally, saying that if you really think Bajrang Dal was a very good organization, why not bring your family members as well to that organization? Today they've put out a tweet.
See, all families are the members of Bajrang Dal. How to know that we are not members? So then Congress should enroll all their family members to PFI and SDPI. Are they ready to enroll themselves in SDPI?
Sir, and Prime Minister will be coming to Bangalore, a very big roadshow of sorts, more than 25 kilometers. So what sort of impact do you think that will have on the minds of people, sir? Prime Minister will be making a roadshow in Bangalore, a very big roadshow, more than 25 kilometers.
Yeah.
So Prime Minister will be holding a very big roadshow in Bangalore. Last question. Last question, sir. So my final question to you. The Prime Minister is holding a very big roadshow in Bangalore, more than 25 kilometers. So,
Bangalore has got 28 constituencies.
Yeah.
Bangalore is a very big metropolitan city. Therefore, he he can cover with the road show as many as possible. That's why a big mega road show has been organized by the party.
Thank you, sir. We wish you all the very best for your campaign.
So that is, of course, my colleague Anaga Keshav there speaking exclusively to incumbent Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai, who's seeking re-election from his home turf of Shigaon. He hopes to be elected again for a fourth time from the constituency of Shigaon. That will, of course, pave the way for him to possibly continue on as the Chief Minister of Karnataka if the BJP were to come to pass. So he will hope that he is re-elected with a resounding majority from Shigaon. In fact, earlier today, Basavaraj Bommai visited a dargah in Shigaon. This amid the controversy that has erupted after the state government, in fact, took away the 4% OBC quota for Muslims and distributed that among Lingayat and Bokaliga communities, which the Congress has latched on to, saying that this was injustice. The BJP, of course, has maintained, and specifically Home Minister Amit Shah has said this, that religion-based reservation is unconstitutional.
How can you compare Bajrang Dal with that?
They are saying Bajrang Dal is a radical organization and any sort of radical organization should be banned.
No question of radical. If they might have different ideologies. Now that lot of institutions are there.
Yeah.
Where different ideologies are there. In both in minority and majority communities, lot of institutions are there. But indulging in terrorist activity, in bomb attacks, and having connection with international ISI, these kind of things can't equate with the other organizations. This is where Congress is doing mistake.
Sir, and they've even attacked you and Amit Shah personally, saying that if you really think Bajrang Dal was a very good organization, why not bring your family members as well to that organization? Today they put out a tweet.
See, all families are the members of Bajrang Dal. How to know that we are not members? So then Congress should enroll all their family members to PFI and SDPI. Are they ready to enroll themselves in SDPI?
And Prime Minister will be coming to Bangalore, a very big roadshow of sorts, more than 25 kilometers. So what sort of impact do you think that will have on the minds of people, sir? Prime Minister will be making a roadshow in Bangalore, a very big roadshow, more than 25 kilometers.
Yeah.
So Prime Minister will be holding a very big roadshow in Bangalore. Last question. Last question, sir. So my final question to you. The Prime Minister is holding a very big roadshow in Bangalore, more than 25 kilometers. So,
Bangalore has got 28 constituencies.
Yeah.
Bangalore is a very big metropolitan city. Therefore, he can cover with the road show as many as possible. That's why a big mega road show has been organized by the party.
Thank you, sir. We wish you all the very best for your campaign.
The latest flashpoint in state of war Karnataka, in fact, is the Congress's poll promise to ban the Bajrang Dal. Bajrang Dal workers are on the streets from Delhi to Bengaluru in protest since the Congress manifesto release declaring a ban on the right-wing outfit if the party comes to power come May 13. Facing massive backlash and protests from pro-Hindu outfits, the Congress, in fact, Congress leader and former Karnataka Chief Minister Veerappa Moily has said that there is no proposal to ban the Bajrang Dal yet. He asserted that the only mission is to stop hate politics. Meanwhile, BJP has hit out at the Congress, claiming a backdoor agreement between the Congress and banned outfit PFI. While former Chief Minister Yediyurappa labelled Congress promises as foolish, BJP Neta Ishwarappa has called DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah casteist politicians and said that they deserve to be behind bars for their ideology.
अरे डिमांड उससे किया जाता है जो देने के लायक हो। आप देने के लायक नहीं दोगे क्या आप हमें? हमारे पास खुद की ताकत अब छीन के दे सकते हैं। आपने हमको अगर हनुमान जी से अलग करने की कोशिश की तो आपकी बुद्धि मारी गई है। मैं अभी भी कर्नाटक के लीडर को बोलता हूँ, विदेशियों की बात को सुनना बंद करें, खुद का फैसला ले, क्योंकि आप हिंदू हो, आप सनातनी हो, आप राजनेता हो, राजनीति करें, मुझे उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, किंतु राजनीति को धर्म से मत जोड़े।
ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಮೂರ್ಖತೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಠೇವಣಿ ಕಳೆಯುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇದು ಮೂರ್ಖತೆಯ ಪರಮಾವಧಿ. ಈ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಂಥ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ಅವರ ನಿಲುವನ್ನು. ಈ ದೇಶದ ಜನ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ಚ್ಯುತಿ ತಂದಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಚಲೋ ಭಯ.
ಡಿ ಕೆ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಜರಂಗ್ ದಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ, ರಾಮನಿಗೂ ಹನುಮನಿಗೂ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ, ರಾಮನಿಗೂ ಹನುಮನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಆಂಜನೇಯನಿಗೂ ಬಜರಂಗ್ ದಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ
By reciting Hanuman Chalis and praying to the God to give Sadbuddhi to Congress leaders, by hurting the sentiments of the people of our country by making a manifesto where they've indicated they are going to ban Bajrang Dala. They are nationalistic people. They say nation is first, and they've been working for the good of the society. They've never worked against the interest of the society. And having this kind of attitude or this kind of a point in manifesto to ban Bajrang Dala is really a crazy thing, and Congress has gone something wrong, completely wrong with Congress party.
Sir, but the Congress's justification is that it's not just Bajrang Dal, any organization which tries to spread communal hatred in the society will take action. And as far as the Bajrang Dal is concerned, there have been several cases, where they've attacked churches, where they've attacked minorities. So the idea is that we'll clamp down on those organizations which are spreading hate.
See, they don't have to mention in manifesto law of the land, constitution is there, law is there. System is there, system is in place. Do you think there is no system in place? Any hatredness, anything against the law, nowhere it will be entertained. The law of the land will prevail. Totally indicates their appeasement politics. They are for the hatredness. They are promoting hatredness. Congress party per se is promoting the hatredness, communal division, and they are for the appeasement politics.
Actually, according to our party stand, all those things not the important issue now. Why this Congress government, when they are running the government for 5 years, why they have not banned that organization? Why they are raising now this subject? What is the necessity? We have to change the culture of those organizations. We have to teach them how to behave in the public life. That is important.
Equating Bajrang Dala to PFI, which is a terror organization, is something that has taken Congress to the highest point of appeasement politics. Karnataka elections will teach them a lesson which Congress will never forget in their history.
To compare Lord Hanuman to those who perpetuate violence in name of Lord Hanuman is an insult of all millions of Hanuman Bhakts across India, and I demand an apology from Prime Minister Modi for even daring to compare any organization to Lord Hanuman.
Bajrangbali becomes the fresh flashpoint in Karnataka after Modi invoked Karnataka as the land of Hanuman. Devotees queue up in large numbers at the Ajnadri temple in Koppal. Here's an exclusive ground report from Koppal.
Bajrangbali ki! Bajrangbali ki!
It's become the biggest political showdown in the Karnataka election.
Bharat Mata ki!
Days after the Congress promised a ban on Bajrang Dal, the BJP has gone all guns blazing against the Grand Old Party, calling it an insult to Bajrangbali in the land of Lord Hanuman.
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
So why is Karnataka called the land of Lord Hanuman? Because it is here that Bajrangbali was born, according to Kannadigas.
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
This This quaint village in Koppal district of Karnataka called Aniguri is where Kannadigas believe Lord Hanuman was born. Aniguri is often known as Kishkinda, a chapter that holds much importance in the Ramayana.
अंजनी मैया इधर आता है अंजनी पर्वत को, इधर आके 7000 वर्ष इधर तपस्या करता है, भोलेनाथ के पास से तपस्या करता है। तभी ने भोलेनाथ ने पूछा है अंजनी मैया आपको क्या इतना कठिन का तपस किया है, आपको कौन सा होना वर होना पूछो बोलते। तभी अंजनी मैया बोलता मेरे को एक बेटा होना चाहिए महाराज।
The famous Anjanadri temple is also in this village, auspicious and revered by Hanuman Bhakts.
रामायण और महाभारत तो सब देखा था, इसलिए हमको पता था कि भाई किष्किंधा पर्वत और वाली सुग्रीव का जो युद्ध हुआ था, ये सब जगह भगवान राम यहाँ, भगवान राम घूमते घूमते यहाँ सीता जी की शोध में आए थे, तो यहाँ उसको हनुमान जी मिले, तो यहाँ हनुमान जी का जन्म स्थल है, अंजनी पुत्र।
Coming here is first time and it was like physically it is adventurous but very peace after coming up here and feeling the atmosphere is very good.
With a war of words over Lord Hanuman this election season, the BJP is looking to exploit this sentiment of Karnataka being the birthplace of Bajrang Bali to hit out the Congress.
What is going to be the consensus of this ongoing battle between the Congress and BJP in Karnataka? That is something that we will have to wait and watch. But as of now, it sure looks like the locals as well as from folklore alone, it is believed that this very space holds a lot of significance and importance, not only in the Ramayana but also said to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. With video journalist Damodar, Apurva Jayachandran, India Today.
My colleague Anaka Keshav is joining me live from Shigaon in Karnataka. She is, of course, following the campaign of incumbent Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, who's on his home turf today. Anaka, you spoke with the Chief Minister. He, of course, has come down very heavily on the Congress over the whole Bajrang Dal ban issue, saying that this is the Congress playing into the hands of the SDPI and the PFI.
That's right, Pallavi. Basavaraj Bommai has stated that the Congress should not be playing with the emotions and feelings of those who have the religious beliefs and values. Even D.K. Shivkumar had earlier put out a statement saying that what is the relation even between Bajrang Dal and Lord Hanuman? So why are people taking offense if we want to ban Bajrang Dal outfit? His attempt was to sort of, dissociate Bajrang Dal from Lord Hanuman. And to this, Basavaraj Bommai has reacted saying that D.K. Shivkumar is almost hurting the sentiments of a lot of people with religious values. Even Congress, this morning put out a tweet saying that, if the BJP really believes in Bajrang Dal as an organization, then why not field their family members in Bajrang Dal? Why aren't the family members of Amit Shah and Basavaraj Bommai joining Bajrang Dal? And to this, Basavaraj Bommai has also retorted in our exclusive conversation saying that his family members are of course a part of Bajrang Dal organization, and if Congress has the audacity to say things like this, why not why the family members of Congress are not a part of SDPI and PFI? This is the kind of challenge put out by Basavaraj Bommai and his response for Congress, for Congress's tweet.
Anka, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. Now, Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar stirs a fresh row. 2 days after D.K. Shivkumar allegedly threatened cops in Karnataka, the BJP has now filed a complaint with the Election Commission against the state's Congress president. Comparing Shivkumar's behavior with that of a goon, BJP MP Shobha Karanlaju has said that his actions have violated the Model Code of Conduct. Earlier, D.K. Shivkumar was caught on camera threatening cops and claiming that he will fix them within 15 days after being voted into power. Accusing the cops of harassing Congress party workers, D.K. Shivkumar had claimed that the party would punish those cops who were putting up BJP flags.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರೀ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಬಾವುಟ ಹಾಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, 15 ದಿನದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಡಿ.ಕೆ. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ
डी.के. शिवकुमार गुंडा जैसे बिहेव करता है. 1 महीने के पहले हमारे स्टेट का डीजी को वो धमकी दिया था. अभी कल चिकबल्लापुर में जाके उधर का पुलिस ऑफिसर्स को धमकी दे रहे हैं. स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट ऐसा बोलना पूरा का पूरा चुनाव नीति संहिता का उल्लंघन है.
Now, a viral video of cash being distributed has triggered a political war in Karnataka. In the video that's doing the rounds, an independent candidate, Shivakumar, can be seen distributing 500 rupee notes to women and asking them to vote for Congress candidate Zamir Ahmed. BJP has now filed a complaint with the Election Commission against Congress MLA Zamir Ahmed Khan and the independent candidate. The BJP has alleged that the money was being distributed to voters at the behest of the Congress candidate Zamir Ahmed and thereby has sought action against the Congress Neta.
That is the culture of Congress, and you know Zamir very well. What is his track record? What kind of person? So he is also one of the strong leader. That is also one surprising. So time will, law of the land will prevail and ensure these kind of people need to be cleansing of politics should happen. The people like Zamir Ahmed Khan, and what can you expect from them?
Let's take a look at the top national stories now. Two terrorists have been killed in an encounter in Baramulla. The encounter began after intelligence input about the presence of terrorists in the village. The area was cordoned off and exchange of fire broke out. Snooping equipment, arms and ammunition including one AK-47 rifle has also been recovered. Tamil Nadu MLA Jawahirullah has urged the Tamil Nadu government to ban the screening of the film Kerala Story. The MLA claimed the movie was produced by the Sangh Parivar to promote hatred. A petition has been filed in the Madras High Court seeking a ban on the release of the Kerala Story, which narrates harrowing takes of ISIS sex slaves converted and taken to Afghanistan. 22nd batch of evacuees under India's Operation Kaveri has departed from Port Sudan and reached Jeddah. 135 passengers were carried by an IFC 130J aircraft. Another batch of 16 evacuees left from Jeddah on a flight to Lucknow, escaping the civil war in Sudan. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, BSP Chief Mayawati cast their votes in the UP local body elections. More than 2 crore 40 lakh voters are voting in the civic body polls. Slipping into a short break, coming up next, Kremlin drone attack triggers big escalation. Russia bombs Kyiv and Kherson, kills at least 21. Kyiv prepares strong counter-offensive.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 32 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 36 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 33 and minimum 22 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the latest news coming out from Moscow after the drone attack. Now, after the drone attack on Putin's residence in Moscow, reports reveal that Russian President Vladimir Putin has been shifted to a secure location. He will work from his bunker built inside his residence in Novo-Ogrevo. These images of Google Maps shows how close the drone explosion was from Grand Kremlin Palace, which is Putin's residence. Soon after the explosion, Kremlin Palace is seen undamaged. After the strike, third drone crash reported in Moscow. Emergency services report that it was found in the forest near Kolomna. Fragments of a wing, an engine and a small funnel were discovered at the site. In a staunch warning, the Kremlin also said that Russia reserved the right to retaliate, sparking speculations of another round of military escalation between the two European nations. The Russian parliament has also called for an attack on Zelensky's palace. Meanwhile, Kyiv residents now expect Russian retaliation strikes as Russia accused Ukraine of attempting to kill Putin with drones. Air raid sirens blared through Kyiv. Meanwhile, Ukraine likely to launch counter-offensive as armor continues to roll into cities. Kremlin drone attack triggers a big escalation. Russia vows retaliation as the war enters day 431. Kyiv prepares counter-strong offensive. Diplomacy and politics fail to end the war. Here's a report.
In a late Tuesday night strike, buildings in Zaporizhia regions were damaged. Ukraine's emergency services claimed that it was Russian shelling that damaged the buildings and injured one person. Air raid sirens were heard blaring in Kyiv as recently as last Friday. The war in Ukraine is still raging. In fact, both sides expect escalation, especially after the Kremlin's Wednesday claims of failed drone attacks by Ukraine on the presidential palace has set the temperatures rising once again. Russia called it an attack on its president's life.
Ukraine tried to attack the Kremlin with drones last night.
Ukraine denied, but Volodymyr Zelensky, attending talks with the prime ministers of 4 Nordic countries in Finland, warned of near certain escalation in situation.
I am sure we will have aircraft, because soon we will have offensive actions, and after them, I am sure they will give us planes.
In fact, not only the presidential palace on Wednesday, Russia claimed a Ukrainian drone caused a huge blaze at an oil depot in the Russian-held Crimea Peninsula. According to the Defense Ministry of Ukraine, Russian troops have shelled 10 regions of Ukraine. Though Ukraine denied, its people expect retaliatory actions from Moscow.
I don't think it was Ukraine. The Russians tend to attack their own territory and then blame us so that the West reacts and we turn out to be the aggressor instead of them. It didn't burn enough. It has to burn like all of our cities are burning and burn to the ground.
The war in Ukraine has been going on for more than a year now. While the West initially refrained from supplying Ukraine with arms, the close to 1.5-year-old war has changed all equations. Kyiv has been provided with arms other than armored vehicles to fight back. But Vladimir Putin is unrelenting. As 2023 summer sets in, the winter lull in the war front is thawing. Once again, Sea of Azov in Black Sea prepares for another gun-blazing shell-shocking season. Bureau Report, India Today.
News coming in right now. Wrestlers' case before the Supreme Court begins. The bench headed by Chief Justice of India is going through the status report as we speak. 7 women wrestlers, remember, had moved the top court, after which finally, because of the intervention from the apex court, an FIR was registered in the matter by Delhi Police. 2 FIRs, in fact, were registered in the case by the Delhi Police. One concerning the complaint by a minor victim under POCSO and relevant sections of the IPC, and the other in the case of complaints from adult victims under relevant sections of the IPC. The FIR against WFI Chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Remember, very recently the Supreme Court, when it was in fact hearing this matter, had also ordered that security be provided to the protesting wrestlers, but we also saw the scenes that took place at Jantar Mantar last evening. Anisha Mathur is joining us live at the moment. Anisha, please tell us what's happening in court today. What is likely to be taken up?
The hearing is going on even as we speak, and the Supreme Court is hearing this matter even as we speak. Solicitor General has just informed the court that security has been provided to the minor wrestler who had claimed that she was also under threat, and as well as the other wrestlers who are currently at the protest at Jantar Mantar. 3 armed police personnel have been deployed at Jantar Mantar, while the minor, who is at her own residence with her parents, has also been provided 7 plainclothes police personnel. What is also important is, as Brij Bhushan Sharan has been is being represented in the Supreme Court by senior advocate Harish Salve, who has raised the argument that while allegations are being made against Brij Bhushan, he has not been made party to the petition at all. Now, even as we speak, the hearing is currently ongoing, Polemy, so we will be getting certain further updates on what is going to happen next. But for now, the police has informed court that security has been given to the women wrestlers. Back to you.
Is it likely, of course, that the counsel for the women wrestlers may bring up what happened at Jantar Mantar last evening? This is, of course, after the Delhi police did provide security to the wrestlers just about 3 days ago as per directions from the Supreme Court. The wrestlers refused that security, and we did see the scenes that played out in Jantar Mantar with some ugly clashes between the protesters and Delhi police.
Well, the wrestlers have filed a sealed cover document which is being considered by the Supreme Court with regard to what had happened till yesterday morning. Now the court, as we speak, the court is currently hearing the matter. The arguments are going on, and the court, as we speak, has just asked the Solicitor General to answer about what exactly has the police done in the last several days with regard to the investigation in the case. Now, whether or not last night's incident is brought before the court, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, the court is looking into the documentation that has been filed before them. The wrestlers have had filed that affidavit saying that while FIR was filed there, they had been called in for questioning. And this is something that that has been said on behalf of the minor also, that she was called in for questioning. She was cross-questioned, in fact. And the detailed registration of her statement is taking a long time. And the court is asking the police exactly what is being done by the police.
Okay. Also, Anisha, just again for the benefit of our viewers, we believe that senior advocate Harish Salve is appearing for WFI Chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. What has he said so far in the matter?
We are with the complaint. Well, Harish Salve, of course, for the Brij Bhushan Sharan had raised this argument that even though he is being named in the allegations in the petition, he is not made a party to this case. Now, the court is going to take up that issue also, but for now, the court is concentrating on the sealed cover report that has been filed by the wrestlers, who have said that, who have given details of what exactly is going on. So, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta is submitting his arguments. He is saying that the statements have been recorded of the wrestlers by the police. The court has just asked them whether the statements have been recorded before a magistrate or not. And as I said, Paulami, this hearing is ongoing as we are speaking right now. So a lot of questions are being asked by the court about what is being done, of course. But Senior Advocate Harish Salve had brought up the Brijbhushan Charan matter, but for now the court is questioning the Solicitor General about what the police is doing.
Okay, Anisha Mathur, they're tracking all those developments that are taking place in this very sensitive matter, which is now before the Supreme Court. That's a wrap on this bulletin. For all the latest news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. Thanks for watching.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 32 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 36 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 33 and minimum 22 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mode.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart lights.
आज पूछा जाना चाहिए पीएफआई उसका पॉलिटिकल विंग एसडीपीआई पीएफआई बैंड आपका मैनिफेस्टो कहता है पीएफआई बैन हुआ और उसके बाद एसडीपीआई के समर्थन का आप स्वागत करते यू आर वेलकमिंग द सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द एसडीपीआई एंड एसडीपीआई वो पार्टी है पीएफआई वो संगठन है जो किसी पादरी का हाथ काट देते हैं आरएसएस बीजेपी वर्कर्स को मार देते हैं इनके खिलाफ मुकदमे चल रहे हैं इनके मुकदमे कुछ वापस किए सिद्धारमैया जी ने और आज समझ में आ गया कि एक दूसरे में दोनों की कितनी आस्था है कांग्रेस पार्टी का पूरक कोई है तो वो एसडीपीआई नफरत की राजनीति हिंदुओं को नफरत करो यही है SDPI completes the Congress party and its communal politics. That message is clear. So these 3 points that I have raised are the burning issues right now, and therefore it was our duty to raise these points as well as ask the questions that we have asked, hoping that the communal Congress will have the courage to answer the questions. Thank you.
ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸವಾಲನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳದವರಿಗೆ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲೀಸ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಸ್ತೃತವಾದಂಥ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಸವಾಲನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಆಗ್ರಹನೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲೀಸ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಂಜೆ 7 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹನುಮಾನ ಚಾಲೀಸವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹನುಮ ಚಾಲೀಸನ್ನ ಆಲಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಆಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ ಈ ಚಾಲೆಂಜನ್ನು ಅವರು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವಂಥ ಮಲ್ಲೇಶ್ವರಂನ 8ನೇ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ 8ನೇ ಕ್ರಾಸಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲೀಸ ಓದ್ತೀವೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು
Everybody will come to Ram Mandir and we will chant Hanuman Chalis today.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೈಲ್ಡಿಶ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಮತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದು ಹಿಂದೂ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನ ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Yesterday they have spoken
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಂಬಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಮತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಡೋನೇಷ್ಯಾದಂತ ದೇಶ ಸೇರಿ ಯಾವ ಆಂಜನೇಯನನ್ನ ಆರಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಂತೆ ಅಂತ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರುವುದು ಅದು ಕರುನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನ ಕೇವಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಉದಿಸಿದ ನಾಡು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Not only that, we also proudly say that Hanuman was born here in Karnataka.
ಕಿಷ್ಕಿಂಧೆಯ ಅಂಜನಾದ್ರಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದಿಂದ ಸೂರ್ಯನನ್ನೇ ನುಂಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅವನ ಹಾರಿದ್ದ. ಹಂಪಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ
Hanuman has lived in Anjanadri mountains.
ನಮ್ಮ ಹಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಜನಾದ್ರಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಲಿ ಸುಗ್ರೀವನ ಯುದ್ಧ ನಡೆಯಿತು ಅಥವಾ ರಾಮ ವಾಲಿಯ ಯುದ್ಧ ನಡೆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪುರಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
We have also read in Purana that
ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು
Hanuman has read in
ಯಾವ ಅಂಜನಾದ್ರಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟವನ್ನ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೊರಟಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಮೇಲಿನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾರ್ಥಕ ಚಿಹ್ನೆಯನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲ ಅವರು ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಬಂದಂತ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ಹನುಮ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕದ್ದೊಯ್ಯುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Surjewala has exploited the pride of Karnataka as a state.
ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕುವಂತ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ತಂದೆ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ತಂದೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ವಾಯುಪುತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅವನು ವಾಯುವಿನ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲಿಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅಂಜನಿ ಪುತ್ರ ಪವನ ಸುತ ನಾಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಜನಿಯ ಪುತ್ರನೂ ಹೌದು, ಪವನ ಸುತ ನಾಮ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಯುಪುತ್ರ ಪವನ ಸುತ ಇವನ ನಾಮವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತುಳಸಿದಾಸರು ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ನಾಯಕ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ,
Surjewala doesn't know the birthplace
ತಂದೆ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ
of
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ
Hanuman. He doesn't know where he was living and what is his history.
ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಹನುಮ ಚಾಲಿಸವನ್ನ ಅವರೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಲ್ಲೇಶ್ವರಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಪದ್ಯದಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಕ್ಯದಿಂದ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸತ್ಯ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ವಿಚಾರ ನಮ್ದಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನ ನಿಷೇಧ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳದಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಆಂಜನೇಯನೇ ಹನುಮಂತನ ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈ ಹಾಕುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಅವನ ತಂದೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ.
We have heard the sentiments of Hindus. We have heard the feelings of Hindus by talking about Hanuman.
ಭ್ರಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಚುನಾವಣೆಗಾಗಿ ಕುರ್ಚಿಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಬಲ್ರಿ. ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಧರ್ಮ ಸಹಿಷ್ಣುಗಳು, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಭಾವನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ನೀವು
Hindus are people who can accept everything, and that is the reason you are taking advantage of us.
ನಾವು ಧರ್ಮ ಸಹಿಷ್ಣುಗಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ
We respect all the religions. We accept the feelings of everybody. That is the reason you are taking advantage of us.
ಡಿ ಕೆ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನ ನಿಷೇಧ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್
Shivakumar has reiterated and Siddaramaiah has reiterated that they will ban Bajrangal when they come back to power. Why they have made this statement? On what grounds they are making this allegation against Bajrangal?
SDPI ಅನ್ನ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಇವತ್ತು SDPI ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಆಶ್ರಯವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಪಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
SDPI is happy and PFI they are doing this. Most of the PFI workers have joined SDPI after PFI was banned.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಮುಖಂಡರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ SDPI ನಮ್ಮ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, SDPI ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ SDPIಯ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನ ನಿಷೇಧ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ ಪುರಾಣಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂತ
Congress has released a manifesto of SDPI. They have included whatever has been mentioned in the SDPI manifesto in Congress manifesto and released to keep them happy.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರ ಜೊತೆ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲಿಸ ಪಠಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ನಾಯಕರು ದಯಮಾಡಿ
across the state of Karnataka we will be participating in Hanuman Chalisa.
ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು.
They should know that our workers are aware about Hanuman Chalisa or not.
ಈ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ವಿರೋಧಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸಾಬೀತಾಗಿದೆ.
They are anti-Hindu and it has been proved with these kind of statements made by the Congress leaders.
ಸುಳ್ಳನ್ನೇ ಮನೆ ದೇವರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂತ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಬೀತಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಕಂತೆಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನೀವು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಹಿಂದೂಗಳ ಭಾವನೆಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. 75 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 65 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಲ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ನೀವು ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಬಂದಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರನ್ನ ಒಡೆಯುವಂತ ಜಾತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಷಬೀಜ ಬಿತ್ತುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನೀವು ಆಂಜನೇಯನನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನೀವು ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹಗುರವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ನೋವಾಗುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಂಶಯ ಬರುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ರಾಜಕೀಯ. ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನ ಅನವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ಎಳೆದು ತರ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಖಡಾಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಬಜರಂಗದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ತೀವಿ.
We condemn the action of Congress and we will stand by Bajrang Dal.
ನಾನು ಸೇರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ ನಾಯಕರು ಹನುಮಾನ ಚಾಲಿಸ ಓದೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ
Even we will also participate along with other workers to show our integrity with the Bajrang Dal party.
ತಾಯಿ ಬೇರು RSS ನ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಭಾಗ ಅದು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ. ಯಾವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹವನ್ನು ತುಂಬುವಂತ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳ. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಖಿಲ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಪರಿಷತ್ತು. ವನವಾಸಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ವನವಾಸಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಆಶ್ರಮ. ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಘ. ಹೀಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಯುವ ಮೋರ್ಚಾ, ಮಹಿಳಾ ಮೋರ್ಚಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಶ್ವ ಪರಿಷತ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಶತಮಾನಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಯಾವ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೋರಾಟ ನಡೆಯಿತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂಚೂಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತು ವಿಶ್ವ ಪರಿಷತ್ತು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿತು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರ ಗುಂಪು, ಯುವಕರು ತಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ತಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಂಗೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಇಚ್ಛೆ, ನಾನು ರಾಜಕೀಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಶ್ವ ಪರಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಸೇವಕ ಸಂಘದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ, ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮದ ಉಳಿವಿಗಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಠ ಮಂದಿರಗಳನ್ನ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು.
There are several organizations, even I work in one of those organizations. We all work to save the mata and temples across the state. We work for the betterment of all these temples and Hindus.
ಯಾರು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಘಟನೆ. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನು ನಿಷೇಧ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್.
I don't know who have made the statement in the past, but I would like to reiterate that Bajrang Dal is our organization. We try to protect the safety and security of Bajrang Dal activists.
ಈ ಸಂಬಂಧವನ್ನ ಸುರ್ಜಿವಾಲ ಅವರು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಸುರ್ಜಿವಾಲ ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹನುಮಾನ್ ಚಾಲಿಸ ಪಠಣ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ತಾಯಿ ಅಂಜನ ದೇವಿ ಅಲ್ಲ.
BJP workers doesn't know to chant Hanuman Chalisa. Pradeep Surjewala has alleged against that.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅವರ ಅಂಜನೇಯನನ್ನ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Now Congress is taking Hanuman as a political issue. We didn't take.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ, ಸದ್ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸದ್ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
देखिए, जैसा मैंने कहा पहले, तो ये स्पष्ट हो गया है कि आर पार की लड़ाई है। और अगर आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को देखें, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पे जो बैन लगता है वो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के डोमेन में आता है। और ये हमारा विश्वास है कि जो अभी नए प्रकरण हैं जिसके बारे में हमने बात करी, इसका संज्ञान इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया लेगी। आई मस्ट रिपीट दिस इन इंग्लिश।
Right, so today is 4th of May. These are 4 days of election campaigning left. Bajrang Dal has become the big issue. Hanuman Chalisa is being recited at different places across Karnataka. Listen in now to the reactions that have been coming in. For example, incumbent Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai had this to say.
They gave a lot of help also through removing their cases. So PFI and SDPI are two faces of the same coin, and they have grown so much. Now Congress has taken open support of them, and SDPI and PFI are blackmailing them now. They are under the clutches of PFI SDPI. They are threatening that they'll withdraw the support if they don't ban Bajrang Dal. So the Congress party, now it is under the control of PFI and SDPI. So they are falling in their own trap. And Bajrang Dal, they are equating with PFI. PFI is a known banned organization. It's an anti-national organization, pro-terrorist organization. How can you compare Bajrang Dal with that? See, all families are the members of Bajrang Dal. How do you know that we are not members? So then Congress should enroll all their family members to PFI and SDPI. Are they ready to enroll themselves in SDPI?
So this is the political bickering in the state of Karnataka. It's not development or welfare. It is about Bajrang Dal and Bajrang Bali right now. I'm heading into a very short break. I take you to Jantar Mantar when I return. The protesting wrestlers have had a scuffle with the Delhi police. They're alleging a drunk cop abused them at Jantar Mantar. Wrestlers say, if required, we will return all our medals. Why is the government not able to communicate with the wrestlers at the earliest?
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mode.
With the hearing that's on, we are getting some update from the court as well. The lawyer for the victims bringing up late last night's incident has said, and the lawyer asking, please see what security has been provided to the girls, specifically to the women wrestlers. And the newspapers are reporting the incident, and we were also witnesses. The Delhi police has said that media reported that policeman at Jantar Mantar was drunk and misbehaved. The medical test was done. He was not intoxicated. Policeman has also received injuries. So remember, this has become basically about a confrontation that the wrestlers have alleged that there were cops who misbehaved even with women wrestlers, that one of them was allegedly in an intoxicated state. But according to the Delhi police, they have reported that the policeman was not drunk. His medical test has been done. Lawyer is asking what protection was given to the women wrestlers. Anisha Mathur is at the court for the latest on that. Anisha, so it's about claims and counterclaims right now, but what are we picking up about the hearing from both sides? Over to you.
Well, the hearing is now over. The Supreme Court has closed this particular case
after taking note of the fact that the FIR has in fact been filed. The Chief Justice has in fact noted that the proceeding before the Supreme Court was specifically for registration of FIR, which has now been done. What is also interesting, however, is that the lawyer for the victims, the wrestlers, had pointed out the fact that there was an incident, there was a scuffle just last night, and that it seems that he has questioned what exactly is the kind of security that the wrestlers have been given. However, the Delhi police has denied the allegations that there was any fault of the police personnel who were there. In fact, they said that this was a political issue, that there were leaders of a political party who had reached Jantar Mantar with beds who were being prevented from entering, and that is what led to this particular
Anisha, what you're
scuffle
telling us, the big
that is
news
being
that's also
reported.
coming in, apart from the hearing that you're talking about, the Supreme Court has wrapped up the case filed by the wrestlers, that they're closing the proceedings at this stage. Can you tell us more about what does that mean? That the CJI said that the petitioners have the liberty further to seek relief, but we are closing it for now. What does that mean?
Well, Pooja, effectively what the court has said is that the wrestlers had come to the Supreme Court asking for an FIR to be filed. Now that FIR has now been registered. The statements under 161 of the victims, the 7 women who've complained of sexual harassment, has been recorded. At least the statement of 4 of the victims has been recorded by the Delhi police between 29th and 3rd of April and 3rd of May. So now the Supreme Court has said that the issue that you had raised before us is over. Any further issues can be raised before the jurisdictional magistrate or before the concerned High Court, which is the High Court of Delhi. The main concern that was there before the apex court, that the FIR is not being registered, that the police is dragging its feet, that is already over according to the Supreme Court. And they've effectively said that we do not want to continue these proceedings when the main prayer in your matter has already been resolved. What is also important is that Brijbhushan Sharan's lawyer, senior advocate Harish Salve, was also present in the court via video conferencing, and he has raised the contention that Sharan is being repeatedly named even though he's not made a party to these proceedings in the Supreme Court. Of course, the court did not give any importance to that argument, did not take up that argument, that line of argument at all. But Sharan's lawyer has also objected to why exactly he is being named repeatedly. What is also to note is that the lawyers for the victims have also pointed out that Brijbhushan Sharan has been giving repeated TV interviews where the minor victim has been identified. He's been taking the minor victim's name. And what is also very crucial to note is that apart from Brijbhushan Sharan, even the Solicitor General, who is appearing for the Delhi police, said that even the victims, the wrestlers, have been giving media interviews. In fact, they have revealed their own identity by giving interviews and sitting on dharna. Of course, all of this, while it was raised before the court itself did not pay attention to these arguments. They have said we're closing the proceedings. Anything further?
So for now, Anisha Mathur is telling us that the court proceedings have been concluded, which means they can go ahead and seek relief from the High Court, but not in the Supreme Court for now. Both sides were heard. The police says our man was not drunk. The wrestlers say, specifically the women wrestlers, were misbehaved with, and this is absolutely unjustified. Information coming in that there's heavy security deployed outside Post Minister's residence. A CRPF contingent has been deployed outside Minister Anurag Thakur's house. It's a precautionary measure for now that along with the Delhi police personnel, a CRPF contingent has been placed. Remember, with the sort of confrontations that are taking place, the situation is definitely not looking good at Jantar Mantar. This happened around 11 p.m. yesterday, when the wrestlers started to release videos and shared and said that the cops are misbehaving with the wrestlers, that allegedly one of the cop was intoxicated, and we are being told that the court where the hearing was on, the Delhi police said that the medical tests have been done of the cops as well, and that there was no cop who was drunk at that point. Arvind Ojha with the latest on that. Arvind, ये स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर के सामने जो यहाँ पे डिप्लॉयमेंट हुई है, वो क्या रीजन है? अरविंद ओझा has also sent us a ground report. Let's take a look at that first.
इस वक्त मैं मौजूद हूं अनुराग ठाकुर स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर के घर के बाहर, और यहाँ पर एहतियात के तौर पर सीआरपीएफ की एक टीम तैनात कर दी गई है। ये एक टुकड़ी है जिसमें तकरीबन 12 जवान होते हैं एहतियात के तौर पर। जिस तरह से जंतर मंतर पर कल घटनाक्रम हुआ और उसके बाद कई लीडर्स का जमावड़ा वहाँ पर लगा, उसको देखते हुए एहतियात के तौर पर अगर आप देखें तो घर के अंदर भी जो दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम है वो तैनात है, जबकि सीआरपीएफ के ये जवान तैनात है। ये तैनाती आज ही हुई है। सूत्रों का कहना है कि एहतियात के तौर पर ये तैनाती हुई है, अगर कोई प्रोटेस्टर आता है तो उसको रोका जा सके, इस वजह से ये तैनाती हुई है। सीआरपीएफ के यहाँ पर जवान मौजूद है, दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान मौजूद हैं। उसके अलावा पूरे नई दिल्ली इलाके में जो पुलिस है वो अलर्ट पर है कि कहीं अगर कोई प्रोटेस्टर जंतर मंतर से उठकर किसी भी मिनिस्टर के आसपास जाने की कोशिश करता है तो उसे रोका जा सके। हालांकि दिल्ली पुलिस का कहना है कि जंतर मंतर पर अगर कोई शांतिपूर्वक विरोध प्रदर्शन करने के लिए जा रहा है तो उसे दिल्ली पुलिस बिल्कुल नहीं रोक रही है।
So here's what unfolded late last night. It was a scuffle literally between the wrestlers and the Delhi police at Jantar Mantar. The protesting wrestlers alleged that the Delhi police personnel attacked, abused, manhandled even women wrestlers. All of this started after a reason. After Aam Aadmi Party leader Somnath Bharti arrived at the protest site, there was also DCW chief Swati Maliwal. Now, there were also foldable beds that were brought in for the wrestlers because it was raining. They could not sleep on the floor. And then the scuffle started allegedly after the cops stopped some of these facilities to be brought in, including Aam Aadmi Party MLA Somnath Bharti's presence. This scuffle literally led to two wrestlers receiving injuries. The wrestler Vinesh Fogart has levelled serious allegations also. She said that one of the cop was drunk, abused and manhandled her. She's added that there were no female police personnel who were present at the scene at that moment. Olympian Bajrang Punia accused Delhi police of gundagardi. Chief Minister of Haryana Manohar Lal Khattar has said investigation is being carried out by Delhi police and Haryana police has no role in this case. Police have also tightened security outside the residence of Sports Minister Anurag Thakur as a precautionary measure. For now, we can see some female police personnel, however, right now, who are taking away some of the wrestlers to another location within Jantar Mantar area.
तो हमारे फट्टे आ रखे हैं सोने के लिए। इधर आप अंदर जाके देख लेना, पानी भरा हुआ, सोने की जगह नहीं है हमारे पास, किसी के पास भी। हम सोचे फट्टे मंगा के सो जाएंगे। फट्टे लेके आने लगे तो वो धर्मेंद्र जो भी है वो सीधा खुद अकेला महिला पुलिसकर्मी नहीं थी, वो खुद धक्के मारने लग गया। हमें धक्के मारने लग गया तो फिर हम उनको बोलने लगे, तभी फिर वो अंदर की साइड घूम के आया था। अंदर की साइड में सामने खड़ी थी, मेरे को बैंड की गाली दी उसने। मैं बोली गाली कैसे दे दी? देर में पुलिस वाला दूसरा था, वो ड्रिंक कर रहा था, उसको अंदर पकड़ लिया, वो चला गया, वो छिपा दिया उसको। एक ने सिर फोड़ दिया, एक का इधर से दुष्यंत का, वो हॉस्पिटल में गया है अभी। इनको बेचारे को देखो, ये इनको चक्कर आ रहे हैं, इनको जाने भी नहीं दे रहे हैं। इनका सिर फटा हुआ है, इसको ये हालात खराब किया भाई हमारे। हमने रोटी भी ना खाई, ही भी लग पैर मसल उठाऊ कुर्सी बैठा रहे, कुर्सी लाओ पीछे। रुक जा हाथ पानी ले ले।
आप लोगों के साथ धक्का मुक्की हुई, जोर आजमाइश की गई, क्या कहेंगी इस पुलिस के बर्ताव को लेकर?
मुझे बहुत दुख हो रहा है। ऐसे बर्ताव जो काम ब्रजभूषण का होना चाहिए वो हमारे साथ में कर रहे हैं। उससे भी इतने नीचे लेवल पे, जैसे ब्रजभूषण नीचे लेवल पे गिर रहा है, ऐसे दिल्ली पुलिस नीचे लेवल पे गिर रही है। हर तरीके से हमें दबाने की, डराने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
अच्छा विनेश, चूंकि लड़ाई अब बहुत आगे बढ़ रही है, अब क्या रास्ता नजर आता है? क्या आपको लगता है कि जो मेहनत से मेडल आप प्लीज आप
बोलो हनुमान जी महाराज की, बोलो बजरंग बली। केस डिसमिस हो गया, बोलो हनुमान जी महाराज की। सब हनुमान जी कृपा है,
अयोध्या दर्शन में है, अयोध्या दर्शन में है। बोलो बजरंग बली की जय।
दर्शन कर रहा है, जय बोलो।
पुलिस और आप लोगों के बीच में जो इसको क्या लेकर किस तरीके से देखते हैं आप?
जो इस मुद्दे पे, अगर बेटियों वाले मुद्दे पे अभी भी राजनीति कर रहे हैं लोग, इससे घटिया काम कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता। क्योंकि जो बदतमीजी जो की जा रही है दिल्ली पुलिस द्वारा, जो लोग जिस पे FIR दर्ज हो रही है वो तो अपने घर पे बैठे हैं आराम से, और लड़कियों के साथ, खिलाड़ियों के साथ यहाँ बदतमीजी की जा रही है।
बजरंग भाई, लगता नहीं है कि ये इसको प्रोवोक करने की, इसको बढ़ाने की कोशिश की जा रही है आप लोगों के साथ में इस तरह का जो व्यवहार हुआ उसको देखते हुए?
देखिए, बिल्कुल ये तानाशाह की तरफ चल रहे हैं पुलिस वाले कि भाई हम कैसे इनको यहाँ से भगाए, इस प्रोटेस्ट को कैसे खत्म करें, हम ब्रिजभूषण को कैसे बचाएं। अगर यही इंसाफ है, अगर यही मेडल जीतने के बाद देश में रिस्पेक्ट है लड़कियों की, लड़कों की, क्योंकि हम देश के लिए खेलते तब सब आंखों पे बिठाते हैं। अब कहाँ गए वो लोग सब? क्यों नहीं बुला रहे? क्यों इंसाफ नहीं कर रहे? जो ब्रिजभूषण सब कुछ करने के बाद भी खुला घूम रहा है, उसको तो पकड़ नहीं रही दिल्ली पुलिस। कमजोर पे ही हाथ उठाना है आप लोगों को।
जंतर मंतर की प्रोटेस्ट साइट है, उसमें ये सोमनाथ भारती जी जो हैं कुछ फोल्डिंग बेड्स लेकर आए थे, तो क्योंकि परमिशन नहीं है और ये इसलिए वो फोल्डिंग बेड्स के लिए उन्हें मना किया गया। उसमें कुछ जो प्रोटेस्टिंग रेसलर्स के सपोर्टर्स हैं वो बैरिकेड पर आ गए और बेड्स निकालने की कोशिश की। उसमें थोड़ा गुत्थम गुत्था, थोड़ा अल्टरकेशन टाइप हो गया और यही मसला है।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसकी FIR करने के लिए कह दिया है, FIR हो गई है, इलेक्ट्रोल की जांच करेगी। फिर भी जो जिस प्रकार के प्रेशर बनते हैं, उस प्रेशर की बजाय बातचीत का अगर रास्ता हो तो बातचीत के रास्ते से चीज़ें हल होती हैं। ये जो आरोप लगाए गए हैं, इसमें कितनी सत्यता है नहीं है, ये निश्चित रूप से सुप्रीम कोर्ट के देख रेख में जब चीज़ आई है उसी में से पता लगेगी।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से कहना चाहूँगी कि हमारी ये देश की बेटियाँ जो आज जंतर मंतर पर 23 अप्रैल से धरना प्रदर्शन पे हैं और आने वाले ओलंपिक की भी तैयारियां कर रही हैं, और इन बच्चियों ने अपनी अस्मत बचाने के लिए बेटियों के साथ हुए शोषण के खिलाफ जब आवाज़ उठाई है तो उनको न्याय मिलना चाहिए।
But political support clearly from the opposition parties is pouring in for the protesting wrestlers. One by one, after the netas have started to come and support these protesting wrestlers, Rahul Gandhi, Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee are backing them. Rahul Gandhi has said, and I quote him here, shameful behavior that was done with these wrestlers. Mamata Banerjee has also said, this is disrobing honor of our daughters. Remember, it's not just about mistreating claim coming in again on the wrestlers. It's also about these wrestlers who are international level medal winners. And to see them be forced to indulge in a scuffle with the Delhi police at this point at Jantar Mantar, that's what a lot of criticism is coming about. But Rahul Gandhi of the Congress party, Mamata Banerjee of the Trinamool Congress are jumping in support. This is primarily for a reason, because they are standing against Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, who's of course the Federation President, but he's also the Member of Parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party, the government at the centre. And this is why this has become a whole BJP opposition issue as well. Aam Aadmi Party netas, including Somnath Bharti, was also there yesterday evening. Just after that, the commotion started. And let's take, these are the visuals on your screen right now of videos that were released yesterday by the wrestlers. We'll keep getting you reactions of what's happening there at Jantar Mantar, which has become an akhada of a different kind. After a very short break, I take you to the northeastern state of Manipur. Internet suspended across Manipur for the next 5 days. There was fresh violence after an agitation. Home Minister Amit Shah has spoken to Chief Minister Biren Singh as well. Our reporters are on the ground. We'll try and get you the latest after a break.
Flying object, a fire and a plume of pale smoke. Allegedly the most audacious attack attempted on Russian soil since the invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. On Wednesday, Russia accused Ukraine of attempt to kill President Vladimir Putin overnight. According to the Kremlin, 2 drones aimed at Putin's residence were disabled by Russian defenses. No victims, no material damage. Putin is safe. The Russian president was not in the Kremlin at the time of the alleged assault.
Right now, Moscow is preparing for Victory Day celebrations on May 9. So the Victory Day celebrations take place at the Red Square near the Kremlin. So that zone is like highly secured, and you cannot easily fly drones there. So why it was not shot, before? I mean, there are lots of
Months after KCR announced his mission to go national for 2024 Lok Sabha elections, he's now inaugurated his party office in the national capital. BRS party office was inaugurated in Delhi's posh Vasant Vihar area with a grand puja ceremony that has now made KCR's clearly national plans very official. After renaming the party from earlier Telangana Rashtra Samiti to Bharat Rashtra Samiti, that was a signal big enough. But now the Telangana Chief Minister KCR has also inaugurated the central office building, which has been built on an area of 11,000 square feet. So that is the inauguration ceremony on your screens right now. A full-on traditional ceremony as this office was opened to the BRS party, and KCR was here, making it very clear that he's all set with his national ambitions for Lok Sabha elections of 2024. Milan Sharma tracking all the latest on that. So Milan, this is a full-on ceremony. Priests are here. The party is being opened with all traditional prayers. KCR also making it very clear that I'm not just limited to one state.
Well, absolutely. This grand celebration right now at the Vasant Vihar, Vasant Kunj office of the BRS is just here to see. In fact, just a second ago, KCR has left from the party office, the headquarters now that has been inaugurated here with much pomp and show. Of course, you saw the puja ceremony and the ribbon cutting that happened inside. And of course, the message that is going through this inauguration is that the party that started with the want of a statehood of Telangana has actually now cemented its feet in Delhi as well under the BRS banner. And of course, all the party karyakartas with the KCR as well as KTR here, they were all present here. Of course, K. Kavita, because of an injury, she couldn't come to this particular inauguration, but she has issued a statement in which she clearly says that this is a moment where the commitment of those 39 political parties across the country that came forward to support Telangana and
you also show us around what does the entry look like of the BRS office. This clearly looks like a grand office, and with the prayers that are currently on as well, traditional ceremony, prayers, there are priests, and this clearly looks like a mega office that the BRS has prepared as well.
Well, Pooja, we'll take you inside just after the CM security leaves because we are going to show you how grand the office is, and the media was outside, so certainly we'll take you inside once we reach.
All right, in just few minutes, we'll have that inside first view of what this office is looking like once the prayers are over, the Chief Minister leaves. So he's the Chief Minister of course, strict security. And remains to be seen how ahead of 2024 elections, what's the future of the BRS as well. Let's dip in to about what's happening in other stories as well from across the country. Milan Sharma, thank you very much for now. Right, let's begin now with some other stories coming in. First from Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists neutralized in an encounter in Baramulla. The encounter started after intelligence input about the presence of terrorists in the village where they were getting shelter. The area was cordoned off, exchange of fire broke out. There was, according to our sources, snooping equipment, arms and ammunition, including an assault rifle, was recovered. Tamil Nadu MLA Jawahir Hulla has urged the Tamil Nadu government to ban the screening of the film The Kerala Story. MLA has claimed the film was produced by the Sangh Parivar to promote hatred allegedly. A petition has been filed in the Madras High Court seeking a ban on the release of The Kerala Story that narrates the harrowing life of the ISIS sex slaves and girls who've been converted, taken to Afghanistan. 22nd batch of evacuees under India's Operation Kaveri departing from Port Sudan and have reached Jeddah. 135 passengers carried by Indian Air Force C-130J aircraft. Another batch of 16 evacuees left from Jeddah on a flight to Lucknow, escaping the Sudan war right now between the army and the paramilitary. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, BSP Chief Mayawati cast their vote in Uttar Pradesh's local body elections. More than 2 crore 40 lakh voters are voting in the civic body polls in the state. That's all about domestic politics for now. After a very short break, I bring you the big international escalation. Kremlin drone attack could actually become a huge issue. Russia has bombed Kyiv and Kherson, alleging that this was Ukraine's attack on Kremlin. Kyiv is now preparing for a strong counter-offensive. We get to the latest on that after the break.
Air quality today. In Delhi, 154. In Mumbai, 72. In Kolkata, 102. In Bangalore, 75. In Chennai, 57. In Hyderabad, 34.
RCB or MI? Don't miss the coffee. There we have it. Death by chocolate. I'm being given a lungi.
To finish the game, Joker is required.
This is not UPBR. Soumya Reddy is the Rahul Gandhi of Jayanagar.
Ragi mudde, country chicken. Kaun banega mukhyamantri? Winning. This akki roti, I want to tell you, tumba chennagi ide. Time for lunch with our special guest. Welcome. Absolutely super.
It's the big summer battle in the Deccan. And the best view is always from the ground.
Some state elections are a little more important than
Who better than a seasoned political reporter to catch the mood of the state? Ready with her election dispatch. Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. only on India Today TV.
Is there enough understanding of lifestyle diseases? That's the big question.
The only news channel to focus on what matters the most, and that is your health. India's news TV industry's only health show. India Today's relentless effort to bring to you the best reports and the best medical and wellness experts on health, lifestyle, wellness and more. Watch Health 360 with Sneha Mordani at these times, only on India Today.
Let's take a look at all the latest news coming in from Moscow, and this is specifically after the drone attack at the Kremlin. Let's begin. After the drone attack on Putin's residence in Moscow, reports revealed that Russian President Vladimir Putin has been shifted to a new secure location. He will work from his bunker built inside the residence in Novo-Ogarevo. These images on your screen are Google Maps showing how close the drone explosion was from the Grand Kremlin Palace, where Putin actually resides. Soon after the explosion, Kremlin Palace is seen undamaged though. After the strike, third drone crash reported in Moscow. Emergency services report it was found near a forest near Kolomna. Fragments of a wing, an engine and a small funnel were discovered at the site. But a staunch warning has been given. The Kremlin has said Russia reserved the right to retaliate, sparking speculation of another round of military escalation between European nations. Russian parliament has called for an attack on Zelensky's palace now. Meanwhile, Kyiv residents now expect Russian retaliation strikes. Russia accused Ukraine of attempting to kill Putin with drones. Air raid sirens blaring through Kyiv right now. Meanwhile, Ukraine likely to launch counter-offensive as armor continues to roll into cities. So this means that Kremlin drone attack has clearly triggered a big escalation. Russia has vowed retaliation. This is, remember, 431 days of an already ongoing war. Kyiv is preparing for a strong counter-offensive. Diplomacy and international politics, even appeals by other countries, have failed to end this war. Here's a report about what exactly happened at the Kremlin, the complex where Vladimir Putin resides.
In a late Tuesday night strike, buildings in Zaporizhia regions were damaged. Ukraine's emergency services claimed that it was Russian shelling that damaged the buildings and injured one person. Air raid sirens were heard blaring in Kyiv as recently as last Friday. The war in Ukraine is still raging. In fact, both sides expect escalation, especially after the Kremlin's Wednesday claims of failed drone attacks by Ukraine on the presidential palace has set the temperatures rising once again. Russia called it an attack on its president's life.
Ukraine tried to attack the Kremlin with drones last night.
Ukraine denied, but Volodymyr Zelensky, attending talks with the prime ministers of 4 Nordic countries in Finland, warned of near certain escalation in situation.
I am sure we will have aircraft, because soon we will have offensive actions, and after them I am sure they will give us planes.
In fact, not only the presidential palace on Wednesday, Russia claimed a Ukrainian drone caused a huge blaze at an oil depot in the Russian-held Crimea Peninsula. According to the Defense Ministry of Ukraine, Russian troops have shelled 10 regions of Ukraine. Though Ukraine denied, its people expect retaliatory actions from Moscow.
I don't think it was Ukraine. The Russians tend to attack their own territory and then blame us so that the West reacts and we turn out to be the aggressor instead of them. It didn't burn enough. It has to burn like all of our cities are burning and burn to the ground.
The war in Ukraine has been going on for more than a year now. While the West initially refrained from supplying Ukraine with arms, the close to 1.5-year-old war has changed all equations. Kyiv has been provided with arms other than armored vehicles to fight back. But Vladimir Putin is unrelenting. As 2023 summer sets in, the winter lull in the war front is thawing. Once again, Sea of Azov and Black Sea prepares for another gun-blazing, shell-shocking season. Bureau Report, India Today.
Right, that is all I could pack in this bulletin for now. I'm wrapping up, but after a very short break, we bring you the big political story from election-bound Karnataka. Hanuman Chalisa recitals to take place across Karnataka. Bajrang Dal already chanting outside the temple. This has become a huge issue, a huge political standout, because the Congress party said we'll ban the Bajrang Dal also. Let's get you the big reactions after a short break.
weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 32 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 36 and minimum 26 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 33 and minimum 22 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Is there enough understanding of lifestyle diseases? That's the big question.
The only news channel to focus on what matters the most, and that is your health. India's news TV industry's only health show. India Today's relentless effort to bring to you the best reports and the best medical and wellness experts on health, lifestyle, wellness and more. Watch Health 360 with Sneha Mordani at these times, only on India Today.
RCB or MI? Don't miss the coffee. There we have it. Death by chocolate. I am being given a lungi.
To finish the game, Joker is required.
This is not UPBR. Soumya Reddy is the Rahul Gandhi of Jayanagar.
Ragi mudde, country chicken. Kaun banega mukhyamantri? Winning. This akki roti, I want to tell you. Tumba chennagi ide. Time for lunch with our special guest. Welcome. Absolutely superb.
It's the big summer battle in the Deccan. And the best view is always from the ground.
Some state elections are a little more important than
Who better than a seasoned political reporter to catch the mood of the state? Ready with her election dispatch. Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. only on India Today TV.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lunch Break. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. Battle over Bajrang Dal is getting bigger. Hanuman Chalisa is now being recited across India and specifically in Karnataka. Bajrang Dal is chanting Chalisa at the temples. Basavaraj Bommai kickstarts campaign in his turf Shigao. This is the last leg of campaigning. Lashes out at the Congress party over the Bajrang Dal restriction. Says they are also members of the Bajrang Dal, but is the Congress also a member of the PFI?
They'll withdraw the support if they don't ban Bajrang Dal. So the Congress party, now it is under the control of PFI and SDPI.
Supreme Court refuses court-monitored probe for the wrestlers. Delhi cops deny that it was a drunk cop who allegedly assaulted the protesters. Security tightened also outside Sports Minister Anurag Thakur's residence. Army chopper with 3 on board crashes in a village in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar. Pilots suffer injuries but are safe. Tensions prevailing in northeastern state of Manipur. Internet suspended across the state for next 5 days after fresh violence during an agitation. Home Minister Amit Shah speaks to Chief Minister Biren Singh.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart lights.
Just 4 days of election campaigning left in poll-bound Karnataka, and the biggest flashpoint is about the ban on the Bajrang Dal, the Hindu right-wing outfit. The Bajrang Dal workers are on the streets from Delhi to Mangaluru in protest since the Congress manifesto released declaring a ban that if they come to government, just like the PFI was banned, even Hindu right-wing outfit will be restricted. But facing a massive backlash and protest from the Hindu outfits, Congress leader and former Karnataka Chief Minister Veerappa Moily has given out a statement and said that there is no proposal yet to ban the Bajrang Dal by the state government. He asserted that only mission is to stop hate politics in the country. Meanwhile, BJP has jumped in to hit out at the Congress party, claiming is there a backdoor agreement between the Congress party and a banned outfit, the PFI, to say this. Now, former Chief Minister and BJP strongman Yediyurappa has labelled this Congress promise as absolutely foolish. BJP Neta Ishwarappa has called DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah castiest politicians, saying they deserve to be behind bars for their ideology.
अरे डिमांड उससे किया जाता जो देने के लायक हो। आप देने के लायक नहीं दोगे क्या आप हमें? हमारे पास खुद की ताकत हम छीन के ले सकते हैं। आपने हमको अगर हनुमान जी से अलग करने की कोशिश की तो आपकी बुद्धि मारी गई है। मैं अभी भी कर्नाटक के लीडर को बोलता हूँ, विदेशियों की बात को सुनना बंद करें, खुद का फैसला ले, क्योंकि आप हिंदू हो, आप सनातनी हो, आप राजनेता हो, राजनीति करें, मुझे उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, किंतु राजनीति को धर्म से मत जोड़े।
DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಜರಂಗ್ ದಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ, ರಾಮನಿಗೂ ಹನುಮನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ, ರಾಮನಿಗೂ ಹನುಮನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಆಂಜನೇಯನಿಗೂ ಬಜರಂಗ. ಇದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ
by reciting Hanuman Chalis and praying to the God to give Sadbuddhi to Congress leaders, by hurting the sentiments of the people of our country by making a manifesto where they've indicated they're going to ban Bajrang Dala. They are nationalistic people. They say nation is first and they've been working for the good of the society. They've never worked against the interest of the society. And having this kind of attitude or this kind of a point in manifesto to ban Bajrang Dala is really a crazy thing, and Congress has gone something wrong, completely wrong with Congress party.
Sir, but the Congress's justification is that it's not just Bajrang Dal, any organization which tries to spread communal hatred in the society will take action. And as far as the Bajrang Dal is concerned, there have been several cases, where they've attacked churches, where they've attacked minorities. So the idea is that we'll clamp down on those organizations which are spreading hatred.
See, they don't have to mention in manifesto law of the land, constitution is there, law is there, system is there, system is in place. Do you think there is no system in place? Any hatredness, anything against the law, nowhere it will be entertained. The law of the land will prevail. Totally indicates their appeasement politics. They are for the hatredness. They are promoting hatredness. Congress party per se is promoting the hatredness, communal division, and they are for the appeasement politics.
ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಮೂರ್ಖತೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಠೇವಣಿ ಪಡೆಯುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇದು ಮೂರ್ಖತೆಯ ಪರಮಾವಧಿ. ಈ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಂಥ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ಅವರ ನಿಲುವನ್ನು. ಈ ದೇಶದ ಜನ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ಚ್ಯುತಿ ತಂದಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಚಲೋ ಭಯ.
According to our party stand, all those things not the important issue now. Why this Congress government, when they are running the government for 5 years, why they have not banned that organization? Why they are raising now this subject? What is the necessity? We have to change the culture of those organizations. We have to teach them how to behave in the public life. That is important.
Equating Bajrang Dala to PFI, which is a terror organization, is something that has taken Congress to the highest point of appeasement politics. Karnataka elections will teach them a lesson which Congress will never forget in their history.
To compare Lord Hanuman to those who perpetuate violence in name of Lord Hanuman is an insult of all millions of Hanuman bugs across India, and I demand an apology from Prime Minister Modi for even daring to compare any organization to Lord Hanuman.
Let's go across to our reporters on the ground as well. Shibimol KG joins me from Bengaluru. Shibimol, with just 4 days to go for election campaigning, is Bajrang Dal the sole issue that both parties are really focusing on right now?
Well, in fact, Pooja, we'll have to say like that ever since Congress manifesto got released, the discussions have been based completely around the Bajrang Dal ban that was a part of the Congress manifesto. Now, we saw, now today the BJP has planned to organize Hanuman Chalisa protest across the state in various temples, which will be attended by the top leaders of the BJP. Now, the BJP has, of course, put forward the allegation that this is insulting the Hindus of this country, especially in Karnataka. The Congress is always sidelined with the minorities in the state, and that's what they're doing. They're a B team of the SDPI and the PFI, and that's what they're going to do. And they're just trying to follow the direction of the SDPI is what the BJP has alleged. Now, we heard Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai saying that DK Shivakumar asked what's the connection between Bajrang Dal and Lord Hanuman, where he said that the connection is that of Lord Ram and Lord Hanuman. This is not the right way to, fight an election, and this is hurting the people, is what Basavaraj Bommai, Chief Minister, had hit out against the Congress, especially DK Shivakumar. Now, the Congress, of course, coming out and giving a clarification that we never said we're going to ban or something. We will look into the legal methods that's out there, because it's not easy to ban an organization in a particular state. We'll need consent from various departments and all of that. So, this definitely has become the most talking point, with the BJP, of course, taking this issue right there into the main picture, saying that the Congress is trying to hurt the Hindu sentiments in the state, and this is going to work against the Congress in the elections, is what the BJP has said. But of course,
well, we wish there were other issues that Karnataka's politicians were focusing on, but it is the Bajrang Dal for now. And because, remember, it's the BJP who immediately jumped on what the Congress manifesto had planned. It was Prime Minister Modi himself invoking Karnataka, which is considered to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. But what is happening with regard to actually the birthplace in Karnataka? It is in Koppal. Devotees in thousands of numbers are queuing up in large numbers at the Anjanadri temple in Koppal, and this, remember, because he's known to be born with the Anjanari hills. Here's a ground report coming in from Koppal as well.
Bajrang Bali ki! Bajrang Bali ki!
It's become the biggest political showdown in the Karnataka election.
Bharat Mata ki!
Days after the Congress promised a ban on Bajrang Dal, the BJP has gone all guns blazing against the Grand Old Party, calling it an insult to Bajrang Bali in the land of Lord Hanuman.
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
So why is Karnataka called the land of Lord Hanuman? Because it is here that Bajrang Bali was born, according to Kannadigas.
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
This quaint village in Koppal district of Karnataka called Aniguri is where Kannadigas believe Lord Hanuman was born. Aniguri is often known as Kishkinda, a chapter that holds much importance in the Ramayana.
अंजनी मैया इधर आता है अंजनी पर्वत को, इधर आके 7000 वर्ष इधर तपस्या करता है, भोलेनाथ का पास से तपस्या करता है। तभी ने भोलेनाथ ने पूछा है अंजनी मैया आपको क्या इतना कठिन का तपस्या किया है, आपको कौन सा होना वर होना पूछो बोलते। तभी अंजनी मैया बोलता मेरे को एक बेटा होना चाहिए महाराज।
The famous Anjanadri temple is also in this village, auspicious and revered by Hanuman Bhakts.
रामायण और महाभारत तो सब देखा था, इसलिए हमको पता था कि भाई किष्किंधा पर्वत और वाली सुग्रीव का जो युद्ध हुआ था, ये सब जगह भगवान राम भगवान राम घूमते घूमते यहाँ सीता जी की शोध में आए थे, तो यहाँ उसको हनुमान जी मिले, तो यहाँ हनुमान जी का जन्म स्थल है अंजनी पुत्र।
Coming here is first time and it was like physically it is adventurous but very peace after coming up here and feeling the atmosphere is very good.
With a war of words over Lord Hanuman this election season, the BJP is looking to exploit this sentiment of Karnataka being the birthplace of Bajrangbali to hit out the Congress.
What is going to be the consensus of this ongoing battle between the Congress and BJP in Karnataka? That is something that we will have to wait and watch. But as of now, it sure looks like the locals as well as from folklore alone, it is believed that this very space holds a lot of significance and importance, not only in the Ramayana, but also said to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. With video journalist Damodar, Apurva Jayachandran, India Today.
But politics just seems to be stooping to new lows in Karnataka. Now a viral video has emerged of cash being distributed and has triggered a political war. Now in this video that's doing the rounds on social media on different platforms, an independent candidate Shivakumar can be seen distributing 500 rupee notes to women, and he's clearly heard asking them to vote for Congress candidate Zameer Ahmed. BJP has now filed a complaint with the Election Commission against Congress MLA Zameer Ahmed Khan and this independent candidate as well. The BJP is alleging that this is clearly to influence the voters. He's doing it as the behest of the Congress candidate and that there must be action taken. Listen in to what this man is saying.
That is the culture of Congress, and you know Zameer very well. What is his track record? What kind of person? So he is also one of the strong leader. That is also one surprising. So time will, law of the land will prevail and ensure these kind of people need to be cleansing of politics should happen. The people like Zameer Ahmed Khan, and what can you expect from them?
So let's go across to Shibimol KG for the latest on that. Shibimol, this is definitely not looking good. It's illegal. It is not permitted at all. Election Commission has now been approached by the Bharatiya Janata Party. What exactly happened? And while we stay with these visuals, remember this is going to be becoming a huge political issue. We have some more news coming in. Let's take a look at that. And after 2011, for the first time, Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has landed in India. It is in Goa, where the SCO summit, this meeting is taking place of the Foreign Affairs. All eyes will be on this meeting tonight and tomorrow. So the visuals of Foreign Affairs Minister of Pakistan, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, has arrived here in India. Now, he's also given out a statement before he was leaving and departing in that aircraft. He had said that this is a commitment to the SCO meeting. So he's the first Pakistan minister, remember, after about 12 years at least, arriving into our country. Now, I must add there, because there is speculation of whether there will be a Jaishankar-Bilawal bilateral meeting or not. For now, there is no confirmation coming in on that, but there's also Russian foreign minister, Chinese foreign minister, and that is going to be also the focus. So there, with them, the bilateral meeting is on. But whether India, and that means India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will be meeting or not, that remains to be seen. But as part of an SCO summit, despite all the inappropriate, objectionable comments he's made about India, about India's Prime Minister, he is a part of the SCO summit. India Today is, of course, on the ground, live from the SCO summit in Goa, where these foreign affairs ministers of 3 nations have started to arrive. Let's listen in to some of the reactions. What did Bilawal Bhutto Zardari say before he left for India?
आज मैं गोवा भारत जा रहा हूँ जहाँ मैं पाकिस्तान का डेलीगेशन को क़यादत कर रहा हूँ to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of Foreign Ministers. मेरा जाना ये वाज़े पैगाम भेजता है कि पाकिस्तान कितना अहमियत ये SCO को देता है और कितना सीरियसली अपना मेंबरशिप को भी लेता है. I'm looking forward to engaging bilaterally उन ममालिक के साथ जो इस organization का हिस्सा है.
So the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit that's on, of which Pakistan is a part, and therefore for the foreign affairs meeting, he is now in the country. But remember that the comments that he's made against India, what Pakistan has done to India, interfered in its domestic affairs, there is a high likelihood that there is not going to be any bilateral meeting between India and Pakistan. Geeta Mohan, our foreign affairs editor, is in Goa right now, and she's joining me in this live telecast. Of course, with this landing, most speculation would be about, even though if there is Russia and China's foreign ministers, of whether Dr. S. Jaishankar and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will sit face to face and have a meeting or not, Geeta. And before I go across to her, I want to stay with these visuals. You're looking at, of course, foreign affairs ministers of other countries as well. 4th and 5th is primarily that meeting. Tonight, there is going to be a dinner that has been scheduled with all. And then the crucial meeting will also be held tomorrow. We are being told that this summit, remember, it's been ongoing. There are, of course, different ministers, diplomats who have been meeting and coming for the past few days as well. India is the host. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar landed a day early to oversee all the preparations in Goa, already held a series of internal meetings ahead of the ministerial and bilateral meetings that are taking place on the sidelines also of the SCO. But this is important because theme of India's chairmanship of SCO in 2023 is Secure SCO, attaching special importance to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in promoting multilateral political security economy, also about that. Right, so that's the big news, Foreign Affairs Minister with that arrival. It's going to be big, remember, because everyone will be watching and waiting if there is a face-to-face meeting at all. For now, our sources have said there could be a press conference by Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, but there may not be a meeting directly between our Foreign Affairs Minister and Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Minister. There's also a delegation of journalists who have been permitted visas to come into India from Pakistan via the Atari-Wagah border, and they will also be reporting on the same. So it's going to be very interesting. We will wait and see how this pans out, but we are being told that after about 12 years, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, or a Pakistan foreign minister, has arrived in the country. Geeta Mohan, I want to go across to her now. She's in Goa with the latest. So, Geeta, of course, the biggest question will be if at all India and Pakistan will have that face-to-face meeting at all. What are you picking up about the details about, is that on schedule or not? Could there be a surprise meeting at all that takes place? But with Russia and China, that bilateral talks are scheduled.
Well, yes, the China-India bilateral will be taking place in some time from now. But Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has landed, and before coming to Goa from Karachi, he put out a video wherein he's clearly spelled out that at the SCO meetings, on the sidelines of the SCO, he is going to hold bilateral meetings with friendly countries, Pooja. So there's clarity there that for now, talks with India are certainly ruled out. The Indian side also not very keen on a bilateral with Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, but certainly if there is a conversation that takes place or a pull-aside that takes place, that certainly could happen. It's an India-Pakistan, when India and Pakistan are in the room, nothing can absolutely be ruled out. But over here, a structured bilateral between India and Pakistan has been ruled out. The Indian side does not want it, and the Pakistani side also has made it clear that they're only going to meet with bilaterally with friendly countries.
How is the itinerary looking like? What is the schedule? Do tell us about it, because it is, of course, the beautiful beach state of Goa, and there is a dinner that's also scheduled tonight. But tomorrow is likely that big day that's coming up, Geeta?
Well, that's right. Tomorrow is going to be a packed schedule for the delegation, although Sergei Lavrov, who landed early in the morning over here in Goa, has already started his conversations and meetings with his staff. Most of the delegations that are arriving are going to hold bilateral meetings with their counterparts from member state countries. India is going to hold 3 bilaterals. One is already over with the Secretary General of the SCO. Then we have the Russian and then the Chinese. Bilawal Bhutto is going to hold a bilateral meeting with, in all likelihood, with the Russian side. With the Chinese, there needn't be a bilateral over here because after his meetings over here and after the conclusion of the SCO ministerial, both the Chinese Foreign Minister and Bilawal Bhutto are going to go back to Pakistan. And Chingang is also going to be in Islamabad for the trilateral meeting amongst the 3 countries of Pakistan, Afghanistan and China. So the China-Pakistan bilateral can happen either in Islamabad or for that matter in Goa. But there are many other bilaterals on the sidelines of the SCO that all member states are going to hold. Critical over here is that 4 important countries might be included as dialogue partners according to sources. Sources have told India today that Kuwait, the UAE, the Maldives and Myanmar are 4 countries that could very well be part of the SCO as dialogue partners, and that decision will be taken at this ministerial and the final decision in July when the leaders meet. Also, another very important decision of Belarus and Iran being included as full member states. That also will be a conversation that will be completely fructified and solidified over here.
Very interesting.
And then in July, the decision will be at the hands of the leaders.
Geeta, before I wrap up, I have to say, loving the background that you have of the beach and the beach breeze, and of course you'll be busy at work, but enjoy your time in Goa as well. Our Foreign Affairs Editor, Geeta Mohan, with the latest.
And very harsh sun, Pooja. Very harsh sun.
Well, okay, thank you so much, Geeta, for the latest on that. We'll shortly go across to her when more details and visuals come. After a very short break, I'll be heading to northeastern state of Manipur, where we are getting some disturbing visuals. There's been fresh violence that's been reported. Internet has been snapped for the next 5 days. This was during an agitation where 2 groups started to clash with each other. Our reporters are on the ground. Home Minister Amit Shah has spoken to Chief Minister Biren Singh, latest after a very short break.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Tensions have erupted in several parts of the northeastern state of Manipur after a march that was organized by a tribal student. Now, Army and Assam Rifles have had to be deployed to maintain law and order with the situation that was going out of control in the affected districts. The government has imposed a ban on large gatherings, which means Section 144 has been imposed, a night curfew as well in several districts which are sensitive in the conflict-torn state. Violence broke out during one tribal solidarity march which was called by the All Tribal Students Union in Manipur. Thousands of tribals joined the procession opposing the ST status for the Meitei community, which is a dominant community in the state of Manipur. The violence started near Churchandpur district, which is the border area, soon spread to other parts of the state. Manipur Chief Minister has urged people to maintain peace and harmony, while the forces have been deployed to ensure that the situation is under control. Take a look of how vehicles have clearly been vandalized, burned down. People are in stress. The army had to evacuate some of the people as well, indulging in rescue operations.
हम अभी मौजूद है जो फॉर्मर एमएलए ऑफ चुचानपुर बी हंसिलियांग, उनका घर हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि फुली बर्न डाउन हो चुका है, जल रहा है, अभी आग निकल रहा है, काफ़ी गाड़ी जो अंदर में है वो भी बर्न कर रहा है। पब्लिक यहाँ पे गैदर हो चुका है और जान सकते हैं कि पर अभी तक नहीं जान सकते कि अंदर में कोई है कि नहीं, पर पुलिस पर्सनल्स जो सिक्योरिटी डिप्लॉयमेंट किया गया है और जो फायर डिपार्टमेंट अभी तक पहुंचा नहीं है।
During the last around 24 hours, some incident of clashes, vandalisms and arson have been reported in Imphal, Churchandpur, Bishnupur, Kangpokpi and More, etc. Precious lives have been lost. Besides, damage of property of residents, which is very, very unfortunate. These accidents are a result of prevailing misunderstanding between two sections of our society. Additional central paramilitary forces have been requisitioned for deployment in sensitive areas. We are committed to protect the life and property of our peoples. Long-term grievances of communities will also be suitably addressed.
Now, one of the well-known faces of Manipur is a boxing champion and also Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament, Mary Com. She spoke to me a short while ago. She is visibly extremely disturbed, specifically for her own family in Manipur. Here's what she has said, appealing desperately for peace and harmony. मैरी कॉम, आपकी जो मैंने ट्वीट देखी आज आपने कुछ घंटों पहले डाला था, वो एक बहुत ही डेस्परेट प्ली लगी। उसमें आपने प्रधानमंत्री, होम मिनिस्टर, मीडिया को भी टैग किया है। आप हमें बताइए क्या सिचुएशन है मणिपुर में?
राइट नाउ वो सिचुएशन को मैं हाउ टू express, how to explain you, I don't know. Right now the situation is very, very bad. Even my neighbor, okay, my neighbor, वो लोग, even we have the neighbor church also, the belongs to Kuki. Yes. They've already, burned everything. The fire, now everywhere is fire. So, events happened in Manipur. Even I felt very bad, very, very, secure for everyone, not only the Kuki communities. Yes. Okay. What I felt bad is everyone is not secure at all. So now, right now, we want everyone safe. Everyone need security at the same time. So, as a sports person, as an athlete, we want peace and harmony. Actually, absolutely. That's what I am talking today in front of all the nation, in front of nation. Actually, we want peace. This situation is going day by day. This situation is going happen. Not only yesterday, even today, tomorrow, then I think it's very
spread
difficult.
to Imphal as well, Mary Com, because many would be asking where was the police if this agitation that was taken by some of the Meitei groups and then it turned into a clash with other groups, because there's been a hill, plain, valley issues in Manipur for a while. Why couldn't there be enough deployment if there was any slight idea that this could have happened? Has it spread to Imphal also?
Yes, definitely. It's come from Churchandpur. Now it's spread to in Imphal. It seems Imphal itself. So what? Even my parents are living. So even I am already felt that insecure. I just talked to my parents. They said that where to go. We don't understand. So we are not safe at all at home. Even they said actually. तो मुझे ऐसे what I felt मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि ये सिचुएशन को as soon as government and the central government do something, at the same time.
Let's hope peace prevails and situation turns to normal in Manipur. And here on India Today, we'll ensure that Manipur's coverage is also given its due respect with regard to what's unfolding there. I'm wrapping up this bulletin for now. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome. You're watching In the Club. I'm Dipali Patel and I'm back with the best from the world of entertainment. First up, Priyanka Chopra Jonas